Small city finance director knows about lines in place and is what he says. Makes our students and smart people.
Thursday, we were gonna
Of course,
come,
maybe
and
that
then
means they're not smart
it
people.
just got crazy.
Yeah.
So, there was a public hearing for
They're not as smart as you think they are, that's what that.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
2026, number 1, zoning commission, with both data centers. No,
I don't know.
and just, because we're prohibiting,
Do what?
data centers.
We're gonna do this?
We're not gonna stay.
So that, from what I've been following on the news, in that, let them build them, put them up, and when they get, you're on there, get full steam ahead, we'll be doing everything for the whole world.
Yeah.
Think big time.
I'm just a small time person.
That's his statement.
Thank you.
I didn't say
Miss
that.
Betty.
I didn't say by who.
You could sit up here, I don't think Hick was gonna be here.
That's true. That is.
Boy, don't spoil it for everybody. Put on some cartoons in the meantime. Everybody can read it?
Yeah.
I think I can make the TV brighter, but I don't quite know.
No, that's actually pretty good.
Very nice.
I think a Times New Roman font would be nicer.
One in every crowd.
Oh, that's way down there, never mind. Ah, see, much better.
You want me to make it like size 40 for you too?
Eh?
The smaller the cheaper in the newspaper, actually. It's probably supposed to be like 9 or 10. The trick will be trying to make this scope of work.
Oh, yeah.
Where's the scope of work on? This. So we're not gonna be able to put the 2 pages of scope of work in the paper.
You know,
It's all right.
where'd she go?
You could break the crowd in for me.
Thank you.
Nice.
Are you hiding Christine somewhere tonight?
I'm sorry.
Are you hiding Christine somewhere tonight?
That might be the watcher. My morning to watchers, I should.
It's been pretty busy today.
Really?
Life is a period of adjustment. We who adjust succeed. That's how you have to look at that.
You guys call in this office?
My words of wisdom for the evening. Right.
Anything?
She's here. Yeah. She was here before me.
Didn't see her sneak in.
Have any coyotes up around your place? Hanging around or traveling by?
I haven't seen
No,
it.
The reason I say that is that
Sure.
I had heard them a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, I heard them one night. And they were brisk. And then I didn't hear them anymore. And then I saw a rabbit.
Okay.
And we have had one rabbit ever since then. And that rabbit is
So you got siding on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us have the other days.
Today.
What do we have with the siding? I was wondering if they
Yeah, the
had
concrete all
trouble
in.
matching it, or...
But,
It looked pretty good. It looked too clean, you know, it makes the rest of the building
Oh,
dirty.
yeah, I mean,
Next
it's
check-in too.
because,
obviously not gonna get any...
No.
the coyotes pretty much, you know, do a number on them.
Oh, I thought they didn't have kids there from the sixties.
So we got pretty lucky this year. We got one rabbit, and we've had two geese, and they mated, and then they had two offspring, and they were floating around the pond there for a while. Then they disappeared, so I
Dan,
don't
you-
know.
You, here, I don't know who's signing right now. Do you want me to put
A
your,
little bit of nature, a
your
little
payments
variety
list up there?
change.
For fun, you can email it to me if you want.
She was, I don't know, near the edge of her lawn, and then started going where the weeds were. And there was a fawn curled up in the grass there,
You get this one signed right away, or...
so.
Pete, did you sign that?
Animal Kingdom.
When I do credit. I'm gonna give it a night tonight too. Well, you do it, so it's, I got it out here.
Really?
Pass them on.
Okay.
Well,
For a while, for them it was paradise, and now it's heaven.
I'm all good. Nothing too complicated.
As busy as ever.
It is busy. More like it. I'm pretty good. Should be.
There's one for BZA. The BZA
You got a board of directors meeting.
There's a tornado warning for tomorrow.
We're just gonna sign it.
I mean, it could change.
No, it's for the last meeting.
We're in the corridor.
Looks like my
There was
brother
one, there was supposed to be one,
Saturday,
yeah.
yeah. Didn't look like it rained at all here.
Barely, if you really, if you were mowing lawn, you never even would've had to quit.
Yeah, my plants were all dry.
My buddy down on Sheldon Road in Manaway said they had, the ditches were just running full.
Happened a week ago,
6
too.
miles south.
I was down that way a week ago, the previous weekend. Came down in bucket full. When I got up this way north, dry as a mountain. I was in Ravenna. You couldn't even see.
Was that Saturday night? Because in Reedstown, they got holy.
It wasn't this past weekend, it was the weekend before I was down that way. Hartville.
Did you need this checked in? No, well, let's take the other one and come back down.
family here.
Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. Mr. Fenstermaker, would you like to lead us in pledge, sir?
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Minute approval for the regular meeting of 7/6/26.
I had no real corrections, but that like chart of activities, is that something we're gonna do all the time now? I don't mind it, I'm just, something
Yeah.
new, I thought I'd say something about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's what the AI is producing. It seems accurate, not hurting anything,
No, I no
just
comment
additional
one way or the other.
information. Is that a motion, PJ?
I will make a motion to approve those minutes.
Second? PJ?
Yes.
Riley?
Yes.
Michael? Yes. And we had a special meeting and public hearing minutes for 7/6 also. There's no comments, I'll make a motion to approve.
Yeah, I'll second.
PJ?
Yes.
Riley?
Yes.
Michael? Yes. Scheduled reports, Mike Fenstermaker, Highway Superintendent.
Auburn Township Road Report for July. Typically, this time of year, we kind of focus on all the resident requests that come in. I try to catch them as they come in, but we really hit them hard this time of year. A lot of ditching requests. We ditched on the corner of Taylor May and Greatwood. We did 4 projects in Widgeon, 2 projects on Curry Lane, 2 projects on Timber Lane. Did some ditching on Stafford, on Cumberland, on Sterling Glen, and we did get a call about nails on Quinn. It looked like somebody dropped about a 5-pound box of roof nails on Quinn, made a big mess, a lot of flat tires. So we went down there and walked the entire road and swept and blew and cleaned up everything we could find, but I picked up probably 5 pounds. We did fill some holes in Auburn Lakes. There were a few bad holes. There were some holes on Valley we filled. There's one on Fox, and then Wing Road. We did some filling there, but we're gonna go down on Wing Road with the grader and do some grader patches, probably a little later this year. Fireworks, we help set up for fireworks. What we do is we help set up the fence. We kind of stage the cones and the barricades. And then the night of the fireworks, we help with traffic control. And then we take, kind of do some cleanup, take down the easy ups, pick up the cones and the barricades. And then the Monday following that weekend, we go back and take the fence down. It's kind of our duties for fireworks. Maintenance, we installed 2 new batteries in the boom mower. We did flush the well at Adam Hall with some chlorine, was that tablets or powder?
It's a mix, yeah.
We waited a couple days and then we changed all the filters at Adam Hall. We installed new battery in the hot box. We did get the tether ball installed at the park. And we got 18 back after having the rear brakes looked at and fixed up. Routine maintenance, stuff we do every non-stop this time of year. We do a lot of limestone screenings on Thorpe, Franks, Valley, and Stafford, and that's to help control the oil bleed through on the chip and seal roads. So these hot temperatures, it really bleeds up through and gets a little sticky, so we treat those. Check the trash every Monday morning at the park. There's a lot of things going on at the park now. We check the AED at the park first every month, and we check the fire extinguishers first every month. Funerals, we've had several funerals this past month. The 11th of June, we had an ash interment. The 18th of June, an ash interment. Full burial on June 24th, full burial on July 7th, and a full burial on July 15th. It's been a busy month up at the cemetery. Storms. Big storm was the Friday, the 3rd of July. That was when the storm came in that night. I did have a tree down before that storm, just one happened to come down, a big tree on Greatwood. That July 3rd storm brought some stuff down that night. And then we had some trees that were kind of delayed a little bit and it ended up falling throughout the week. I think it was all because of that storm. We had trees down at the volleyball court. We had a big one in Woodacre, Wing, Taylor May, Bartholomew, Carriage, Franks, Curry. We had a pretty good sized limb up at Maple Shade at the cemetery there. The one tree was east of Auburn on Franks, one was west of Auburn on Franks, and we had a giant tree come down on Shaw in the middle of the night. We had to go get that cleared off the road. Last is salt. The ODOT salt contract was awarded to Morton this year at $55.39 a ton, and we have 22 tons scheduled for us. Last year it was $48.42 a ton, so it's up about $6.97 a ton.
So
compared to last
22,
year.
you mean more, how many tons?
2,200 tons.
2,200.
Yep. It's up. It's up. I was afraid it'd be up higher than that, but it's not as bad as I expected. But it's definitely.
How much do we have in the bid?
I'd say 800 ballpark. 800-900.
Should be all right.
We'll be fine. And we're allowed to go over that allotted amount by, I believe, 15% over if we have to, which I did last year because I knew it was gonna go up, so we went over, the amount we put in for. That's all I have.
Okay, Phillips.
Start with, I'd like to thank the road department for coming out during the storm, for getting the trees cleared off the roads. They do a great job, which keeps us able to get the residents past the blockage. So, thanks.
Well, thanks. You helped out on it. I got down to one and it was a cul-de-sac. It blocked the entire cul-de-sac off. The fire did get down there and get a lane opened up, so at least people could get in and out. So by the time I got down there, they had some access. I just opened up both lanes. So they do help us out too.
Report of calls for June. EMS calls, 265. That's from January till June 31st. Last year at the same time was 295. Fire calls is 225. Previous year was 199. Total calls was 490. Previous year was 494. Utility given was 143. Previous year was 128. Utility received was 10. Previous year was 67. Total transports was 180. Previous year was 199. Total non-transports was 93. Previous year was 131. Total transfers to other agencies, 2. Previous year was 5. Total patients was 275. Previous year was 335. Our multiple call percentage is at 22.04%. Previous year was 25.10%. That's it for my report.
Any questions for Chief Phillips? Okay, before we go on to the trustee and fiscal officer reports, I see a gentleman with a NOPEC shirt on. So I'm guessing he's here for a reason, even though you're not under the guise of a guest.
I came the one night, and you guys were discussing a dirt bike track.
We always are.
And I have never seen more, and I was like, you know what, I'll come another night. So I just happened to look on the agenda, and you guys were discussing, well, I swear I was gonna come anyway. But you got the grant fund discussion tonight. If you have any questions for me or anyone, I mean, I'm here.
Yeah, we don't have any action on that. We kind of have we keep that perpetually on our agendas as a reminder to ourselves, because at least personally, I'm getting old and senile, but you know.
Well, I'm 38, so I forget stuff, but I got 4 kids, so.
I had 4 kids too. That expedites us, trust me.
Okay, so what do
Excuse
you-
me, could you state your name?
Jeff, oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Jeff Heinrich, with NOPEC,
Okay.
KPJ. I did stop by, this is another thing I just wanted to bring up. We have a new program for municipal accounts. I dropped off a folder, what was that, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks, something like that. Basically, if you group your municipal accounts, fire, lights in here, gas, electric, all that, we can put them out to bid and kind of in the same day, bring it back to you and say, hey, you know, we might be able to save you money on these accounts. What do you think? You look at the contract. If you like it, we send it back, you sign it, you send it back to us, everything's good. If not, no pressure, you just say, yeah, we'll wait for another one. But it's just another way for NOPAC communities to save money, so.
Who'd you give that to?
I believe, Peter, did I give you a copy of that at the Township Association dinner?
I think you did, yeah.
Okay, I'll send another one, electronic copy, so you all have it.
Okay.
But just another thing in the toolbox for you guys to take advantage of if you so choose.
I appreciate it.
Yes.
Would we just grab a bill from each facility, so you can, and then you take like an average of all of them, and you see what our roundabout overall cost?
Great question. You take a bill from each account, so we would just need each account number, the most recent. Usually we ask for the last 2 to 3, let's say. And then we would send them out to providers, and then get the numbers back, send them to you, and if you say, yeah, that's actually a really great deal, let's do it. And again, if not, no pressure. But yeah.
I thought you said all the accounts go together.
Yes. So to answer your question, then yes.
So get every account together and give them to you.
Yes.
That would create an average though, because they're all probably at different costs,
Right.
each account.
Yeah, so it's not, Innovate's not my program. It's still new to me too.
Okay.
But basically, that's how.
I'm just asking what we have to do.
I
Okay, so now we
understand.
know.
I understand, yeah.
Get all the bills, send them to you.
Yes.
All right.
Well, I
That's
get
easy.
a First Energy bill, which has all of our facilities, and I get another 2 bills, one from Ohio Edison for, I think, one of the streetlights, and then I get another one for another streetlight. Are streetlights included? Or?
Yes.
Okay, well, I've been keeping a spreadsheet for the whole year for every single facility with every bill, so that should help.
Sure.
Now, when you send these out, do the providers see the current rates that we're paying? Or do they?
What you're paying now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
I believe so. Yeah. And then say, all right, you know, here's the bid. It's basically just like kind of a going out to bid thing, but we just do it on your behalf. And like I said, some people, we've done it for some town. We just lost one, just a municipal account, a township, and it was 4/10 of a cent cheaper with whoever they went with. We were like, okay, saves money, I guess, but yeah. I'll send you the electronic information now. And then, like I said, you guys
I'm
have
sure
any
there's a
questions?
few more details in the packet that we'll be able to look at. that
Yeah.
Give us kind of a heads up.
And then any grant questions moving forward, if you have any, you can always give me a call.
Who are you gonna send it to, all of us, you said?
Yeah, I could do the three trustees and the fiscal officer if you'd like.
Without all the specifics, if we run out of ideas what to apply the 14,000 that we have sitting here,
The grant money.
An energy efficient roof,
Yes.
just, we're gonna talk about it tonight, so I figured I'd just ask you since you're sitting there.
Sure.
That would apply?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. We were in Chester Township. I'm sure you guys remember, we definitely remember when that price spike happened 3 years ago and we put everyone back on the local utility. We were making the rounds for the townships about, you know, hey, that happened, but we're back with electric now, so. And this particular night at Chester Township, these people were, oh, the NOPAC guy's gonna be here. I was in a button-up, so I wasn't branded. But, oh, I can't wait till that guy gives here. Hey, by the way, what are we gonna do about the new roof? And I was like, I might actually be here with good news. And they said, hey, we gotta figure out how to come up with funds with that, but the NOPAC guy's gonna talk first. And I said, actually, I'm gonna start with good news. Not that we're back with electric, but you got money to pay for your roof. And I believe they applied a lot of that grant fund too. It didn't cover all of it, but it covered a lot of it. So, but long-winded answer, yes, of course, you can use it for a roof, new windows. A lot of townships, for some reason, with the storms that have been coming through the last few years, backup generators. I know you guys have
We
one, I
did
believe.
that.
but,
Yeah.
But
We did all that.
Yeah, we used our grant for ours.
Yeah.
Adam Hall and here.
I heard one township, they've been using it for energy efficient Christmas lights. I don't know, I mean, it's a very small township, so it's like, they can't escrow it for too long because they lose it, but people get creative with them.
Ours
Is there-
expires every year.
I'm sorry?
The escrowing, ours expires every year though.
No, you can always escrow and then put it off for 2 years if you want to group it together with another grant.
Which is kind of why it stays on the agenda here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is from this year though, so it's not from
It's
last year.
not very old, no.
It's a current
not.
one.
I think the last one we spent was for the septic tank at the park. I think that was where the last,
November of '25.
yeah.
Yes, this is new. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Okay, trustee and fiscal officer report, TJ.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot tonight, but there's something going on with these minutes here. We essentially had 3 meetings on the 6th. And we just voted to approve 2 sets of minutes, but we had 3. We had,
Yeah, they're all 3 are there.
right, and I'm looking at them. And this is kind of what jumped out at me because I'm sure you'll recall I missed a meeting with some family health stuff with Chrissy Ryan, assistant prosecutor. So that meeting on the 6th that we had, she couldn't have led the Pledge of Allegiance because she wasn't here. That was Tanya Roberts. We were discussing a zoning case. And she was here from Otarma attorney. That was not Chrissy Ryan.
Chrissy was here on the 24th.
And I was not.
And that's the
when I
one
was
you-
hauling my
you
brokers, yeah. That's one I missed. Anyway, so these minutes, yeah, there's something sideways on this, because Chrissy wasn't at that meeting. Kristen Ryan.
Yeah, that's kind of why I send these out a week ahead of time to you guys to look at. That's probably my fault.
Well,
'Cause
I saw the regular minutes, but I guess I didn't see these. Maybe I overlooked them. I don't know. But, yeah, that was, I mean,
So
the
just
details
cross-
are there. We were talking with the 3 of us, Dan, zoning inspector, and the Otarma attorney, whose name was Tanya Roberts.
We'll cross out,
Yeah, just cross it out.
put her name and initial it.
Yeah.
You want us, Rogers?
I didn't have
Was it
the-
Rogers or Roberts?
It's Rogers. I'm looking it up right now. Canton.
Yeah, I didn't have the recorder going, obviously.
No, I
'cause it
know,
was-
I know, but at least I want
Rogers,
to
R-O-G.
Yeah, that's it.
RS.
Art Rogers, the way it sounds.
Yep. Rogers, Tanya, Tanya.
All right. So I'm gonna go with, we approved the minutes from the budget hearing. And with that one change, Chrissy Ryan to Tanya, I'm gonna make a motion to approve that special meeting that was on the same night, July 6th.
Second?
PJ,
Yes.
Riley,
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not nitpicking, I just wanna make sure the right
No,
people
no, I'm
are
glad
at
you
the
caught it.
meeting.
No, good, thank you.
You're a good proofreader, PJ.
Yeah, sometimes, a little slow.
Okay, there should be one still that I have to sign.
That's pretty much all I had. I know Mike keeps
You wanna initial that
Dan,
up there?
Mike keeps Dan very well informed with what we're looking at doing with, this little window before the engineer starts looking for next year's projects, and we're looking at, I know Mike's mentioned it to you, Dan, we used to do this almost annually. We'd budget $3,000 to $5,000 for dead or hazardous trees on the side of the road removal. And we're kind of cooking up another list for that. And crack seal, we did this a little differently this year, specifically roads rather than bid everything. I think we'll probably stay on that course. in the
Yeah, when we
future.
get a set budget number. We'll send out sections, and then when we hit that number, that will be the cutoff on that section. I forgot to mention, all our road projects are complete.
Yes, and there were some adjustments to that, the one giant project, which, you know, various roads. And that final bill has not come in yet.
They painted all the stop bars, and that was the
Yeah,
last.
that
They
bill-
do have a couple things on the punch-out list, like, mailbox that was damaged, they're gonna replace that. There was some real minor stuff, but for the most part, they're all complete.
So I'm sure we'll be seeing that in the next 2 weeks,
I
or
would think so.
probably the next meeting. That's pretty much all I have.
PJ, were you able to sign that OPWC project agreement? for
Talked to Shane
Crackle Road?
today, and I was just talking to Riley, we've gotta, they won't forward it to my email, I gotta reset up the one through ADP. They won't do a forward. I just found that out today, so I did talk to Shane, and I also left a message with the fellow at the state that's handling that. So, we're underway. Yeah, I have to have ADP down here, and one of these pieces of hardware over here in the corner, and start again from scratch with my,
Yeah, they're pretty good, you know, the.
You did it. I know
facilities,
you
yeah,
did it, yeah.
they were very accommodating with my schedule. They met me down here and they took care of it very, very quickly.
well, this is for the same reason. They've gone, sometimes since the last time we collected money through OPWC, they've gone to pretty much all electronic signing. You know, no paper copies. So, that's what we gotta do.
So
Yeah.
the deadline is the end of this month, though, I think, right?
It's August. It's 45 days from the 1st of July, so.
Okay, and as far as we know, there's not gonna be a loan component to this. I don't think there's a need.
I don't think we need it, but you
I
get
don't either.
additional points if you apply for it.
Which we did.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
That it, PJ?
Past my time.
All right, Riley?
So the easiest thing I have to talk about is our old TV and destroying it. Do we agree to destroy it instead of trying to sell it? It's antiquated technology. It's probably more hassle than it's worth to try to put it to auction.
Yeah,
I just didn't want to pitch it until we talked about it, so there it is.
Yeah, if you want to make a motion to pitch it, I'll second it.
Yeah, so motion to dispose of our old TV.
Second.
PJ,
Yes.
Riley,
Yes.
Michael?
Yes.
Okay. So secondly, some of you may have noticed there were a lot of yellow signs that have popped up along some township roads, some county roads on the telephone poles in the last couple weeks for redoing your driveway. So I drive by them all day because I go between 44 and Messenger. So there's like 5 or 6 every 3 mile pass. And so I looked into the company and that, there was no contact information. And then I went to the Trumbull County Fair, and the same sign was all the way out there on Saturday. So I said, okay, it seemed like it's kind of a middleman company that if people do call, because there's no email or website that's correct, they, where are you at, and they feed that lead to somebody else. So it seemed kind of tacky, and they're yellow, they're about 1 foot by 1.5 feet. I don't know if anyone else has noticed them, but there's one right by your house. Yeah, so they're going up on a ladder or a bucket or something, so they're pretty much out of reach to take them down, and then using a slap stapler and putting like 30 staples in, like 3/4 staples, so they're really hard to tear back down. So the intention is to just middleman calls, but they're going to stay up for, I'm afraid they're going to stay up forever, because the way they're installed and that. So I called ODOT, because those telephone poles are there, it's on 44, but our poles are on Stafford, arguably, and some other places. They said, oh yeah, pull those things down, put them in a pile, and if the company really cares, they can come and get them. Hold them for a week or so, destroy them. So I actually spoke with the manager, ODOT, to see how they handle it. So I wanted to bring up, like, I don't want to look at them another day, to be honest. If we wanted to be in general agreement that if you go by them in the road department, if you guys have a little three-stepper and want to pull them down, so we don't have to look at them for the next year. And I guess I'm looking at this more of a case-by-case basis. I understand people put up garage sale signs and all sorts of good cause ones, but this one on its face immediately is not going to do much for us, except just see these bright yellow annoying signs. So I wanted to get your opinion, feedback, if you want to do that and pull them down, or we could look at them forever.
Any problem?
They seem to multiply. It's an advertising campaign, seems like that pops up every once in a while. I remember when we had and the goofball that's on TV all the time now, with Northeast Factory Direct. Remember those signs were all over the place?
It's a fake website.
25 years ago? They'd stick them up at the freeway intersection, they were everywhere. Now he's on TV and you can't get rid of them, so.
Yeah, it's a beautification of Auburn Township idea with that one. So if that's cool with you, I mean, but yeah, strategically, you'd have to throw a little ladder in your truck unless you can.
Make a hook.
Something. I mean, they're on there. Ask me how I know. They're on there. Yeah.
Well, you're out in signs, that reminds me of that Welcome to Auburn sign that got destroyed.
Got stolen.
Oh, stolen? Oh,
Cut the top half off and stolen.
One of the nice ones right at the borders, the black and white ones.
is that on Auburn Road?
It's on Auburn Road right at Newberry, yeah. That one got stolen, and then we had another one that got hit with a tree, and we had somebody working on, with the insurance, to try to figure out if the insurance would pay, because those are like $1,000 a piece or
We
something.
paid some money for those, yes we did.
So we were gonna turn those into insurance.
Has anybody done that, or?
She had started it.
Do we still have one of those signs, Mike? Because I remember there was one that was up, supposed to go up near,
Here goes
There's a yard sale sign.
He's all right. He's all right. As long as it's gone by Monday, I don't know. He's all right.
Yeah, we have one spare, Mike.
Christine started that one?
that was, we were gonna have that put up, it was over by Howard's.
Yes.
And they couldn't see past it, and we took it down, and
Took
then
it down, yeah.
we were gonna get with the county to find out where we could put that.
Right, I still have that one.
Okay. See?
That's
I'm
cool.
not totally seeing it, I remember the details.
Yeah, I remember that was a fiasco.
All right.
Okay, so then another thing I wanted to get through here. So our legal notice, we can kind of all read through it and make sure I don't have any blatant errors. And this is what I would like to put in the paper. Our next meeting is 13 days out, I believe. And if someone knows better than I, let me know, but the ORC calls for 14 days of advertising for bidding. So that's why I put August 17th for when we would read them aloud. The scope of work, so then they could call me or email me for this stuff. And then the hard copies can be obtained here, and then how to get the bids to Dan. So I copied this. I thought Manaway Township did a really nice job with their grass cutting bid packet. So this is pretty much verbatim the way they designed theirs, except with our information. And to go along with this is the scope of work as well. This we will not have in the paper because it's 2 pages long. So when and if people reach out and ask for it, then we'll email or print it for them. And this is available for anybody that wants it. I could print it. But if we think this is okay, then we can get it up on our website as well and direct people there. Make it a lot easier.
A good a starting point as any, I'd get that up there so we can get it moving by the
Yeah.
17th at least.
Yeah, I don't want to run out of time before winter.
Yeah, we're,
Yeah, it goes through. So I don't know how well versed in bidding that that we really are as a team? And how many sealed bids have you guys done in your 20-some years, if any?
Yeah.
So,
Let's see, we did not do that on the most recent, the pavilion. We did design build at the road garage.
Those were opened up, I remember those.
Yeah. Certainly I remember going back to Adam Hall because we had to reject all at one point because they came in over the estimate. Not sure where we're at for numbers on this. Obviously, there's a threshold.
well, the state number, see, I don't know the hypotheticals. If all the bids came in under the 79,000, well, we wouldn't have had to bid it. But I have a feeling based on the square footage and the scope of the work that it's going to be at or above that number.
I kind of agree with you there.
I think
We know a re-roof, just a standard re-roof, was in the 50 range to 60 range.
Our
We
cheapest
saw
was
those.
45.
Yeah, we saw that.
and the most expensive is like 80, I
Yeah.
believe. 45 to 80. So if we need, I'm missing that, then this is good. That's why I want to talk about this, because we don't do these a lot, and it's complicated. Do I have to put up the estimated cost, and we can just, we could put it at 100,000? What, do you remember what we budgeted for it, or what you budgeted for it?
We, I think we have about 80,000 in our improvement. I've appropriated,
Plus snowpack, 95.
yes, so.
Okay, so I need to, I didn't see that you have to put the estimate on the newspaper ad.
I don't know that you would want to give them an estimate. I don't know.
I've seen something about that, but I don't see that they actively do it.
Well, I mean, we do that with all the roads, but we have the engineers which are calculating out every aspect of it in detail. So we don't know exactly, we're giving them a general scope, so we don't know exactly what method each of the individual people will be doing. So one may cost more than, significantly more than another one, so.
I mean, it's as simple if we could put it.
I mean, if you put in $100,000, it turns out it's an $80,000 job, then everybody's gonna bid $80,000.
See, we've done some awful big projects here. We did fire station addition, which was wasn't that 2 million? I believe that was 2 million. Road department was pretty much the same. But that was bid. That was, Hummel Construction got that in one round, correct? Wasn't it? Adam Hall, that was 500,000, and we had to go back out because no one, I think every bid we got was 10% over the estimate. So we had to list a new estimate and rebid it. And,
I don't know how the rule would be
that's
going
where I'm
over.
going with this, is this probably needs to go before the prosecutor's office before anything hits the paper. There is that threshold. I think that we're gonna be at or above that. I just do.
Yeah.
Sounds like Riley thinks the same thing. So I think this needs to get a sign off from her.
Yeah, there's, I don't know if it's a how complicated you make it type thing, or what. Did we have, who reviewed our one, when we did Adam Hall, for example? Or who built it for us?
We hired architect engineer, and that's who put the estimates on it. It was Tim Oland. I'm not gonna comment on some of the results from that, but obviously we had to bid it twice.
See, I did see the 10% thing with bonding. I did read that a couple times. I don't know about over and under for our price estimate, but if you guys want, then just as easy, we could take this, the legal notice. I mean, it's a legal notice, so that's how they're written for zoning, and we don't have them review it. but we don't do these very often, so we could send this to,
I'd shoot it up to her and just have her,
we have, the time we have August 17th, so on the 2-week scale, we bought ourselves a couple weeks anyway.
yeah,
So yeah, we'll send this
send
plus,
it up right away and just say, here, this is what we want to do.
is this right?
And she
Are you
will
gonna
bless
make
it,
the
or
complete sentence at the
give
end?
us a 50-page thing that we have to actually do the bidding, so.
Yeah, I might have deleted that, but I'm pretty sure I finished earlier, but yes, I will. Okay, so yeah, we'll send that in tomorrow then, and if we hear back in a week or two on it, we'll be better off what we need to add or subtract.
Okay, just make a motion to send it up there so we have it on the record.
Yeah, I will motion to send for review our legal notice for bidding for Adam Hall roof.
Second?
PJ,
Yes.
Riley,
Yes.
Michael?
Yes.
Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay. Got one thing I want to slip in on mine. Pull that up. It just flagged me. Okay, so that one is one. This is related to the address recommendation for 11045 Bartholomew. This is going to be an additional one, so I'll just do it now so we can get it out of the way. This came into me last week, also from Susan Martin. And it's for parcel number 01-063550. And the proposed recommended address is 17075 Curry Lane. So I'm gonna make a motion to accept their recommendation.
I'll second.
PJ,
Yes.
Riley,
Yes.
Michael?
Yes, and then we'll come back to the other one here, but this was just a
Mike, how do you spell Corey?
Curry, it's Curry.
Okay.
All right. So I'll get a hold of her and let her know what our findings were. All right, Dan.
Okay, since our last meeting, I processed 14 electronic payments totaling $39,731.45, and 21 warrants totaling $856,418.81, for a total of $896,150.26. Obviously, the largest was our partial payment to Phillips Paving. That was $733,206.50. Can I get a motion to pay the bills?
So moved.
Second?
PJ,
Yes.
Riley,
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
Okay, I got an email from the Ohio Department of Commerce. Apparently back in March, we approved a C2 liquor, Class C2 liquor permit for the Mercantile. And I got the email says, previously we notified you, see attached about your right to object to the above C2 carryout wine cooler permit application. The above business also applied for a C1 carryout beer permit that we sent your way, but I'm not seeing on my end an indication that you got it in the mail. So we've already approved the C2. I have here the C1 application. I think I made copies for everybody. And if no one objects,
They just want to know if we want to have a hearing on it.
yeah. We must mark one of the following. We request a hearing on the advisability of issuing the permit and request that the hearing be held, or we do not request a hearing.
Typically, we don't. I'll make a motion, say we do not request a hearing.
I'll second.
Okay, PJ.
I will vote yes to not requesting a hearing.
Okay.
Okay. Just think about
PJ?
that.
Yes for Riley.
Riley, Michael.
Yes.
Okay, I'll get this.
So you have to make a motion in the positive, and we were positive about the negative, because that's the
We're
option you
very
gave us.
positive about that negative, yes.
Okay, Diane, you've asked me on occasion when our budget hearing meeting is, and it's scheduled Auburn, let's see, Auburn. Auburn is scheduled at 1:15 PM, Monday, August 17th.
Thank you.
Sorry.
That's in the auditor's.
Auditor's appraisal conference room,
Okay.
where it normally is, and hopefully one of the trustees will, or all, can accompany me if they so choose.
Is there food?
No, there's no food. They just beat you up. No, they're pretty good.
They're pretty fair.
Yeah. They've always been fair.
It's still in the old building downtown, right?
Yes. Okay, I got that. I did speak with someone from the State Senate office on our state capital award of $50,000, and they said someone would probably reach out end of August, beginning of September timeframe. And I might as well end this with the OTARMA. So y'all, I sent all of you a copy of our OTARMA renewal policy. Hopefully you've had a chance to review it.
Yes, I did. It's a lot of money. On the other hand, it's covering a lot of stuff too, so.
Yes, it went up 10% from last year roughly. Normally, we don't increase our liability limits. We haven't in the past. I do have to, and one of the, I did issued a PO and a warrant for the total amount in the event that you would approve it. There's also an anniversary information acknowledgement. And the policy takes effect August 1st. This says, you reviewed the information provided on all Ohio Township Association Risk Management Authority applications and all applicable supplemental applications. You reviewed all applicable property and vehicle schedules. You confirmed to the best of your knowledge that all information provided is complete and accurate, and you reviewed the optional coverages and you waived those coverages, those increased liability limits. Executed on the 20th day of July in the year 2026 by the undersigned duly authorized officer of the governmental subdivision, Auburn Township, Geauga County, indicated below, and that would be Chairman, Auburn Township Board of Trustees, Michael Troyan.
Okay.
Those
All right,
things.
just make a motion to accept the invoice as stated for $68,338 for our annual liability coverage.
I'll second.
PJ,
Yes.
Riley,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
okay, thank you. And I'll get that sent in.
All right.
That's all I have.
That's not solely liability, that's
Property and
property and
liability.
liability, yeah.
We are getting to the bottom of whether we pay for litigation or not. On a related topic, I called Jim in Hudson, who's our insurance rep, what's his last name again?
Zucchero.
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 Zucchero. Because on several occasions, we're told that lawsuits don't cost us money. And then, if you noticed, at the last meeting, we approved a $5,000 payment for a lawsuit, deductible. So I called him, I said, let's get to the bottom of this, because as we voted on earlier, we had an executive session. There was discussion about the gas station, and what kind of lawsuit we're in and the possible lengths of it. So I figured it was a good idea to get to the bottom of this. I talked to him on Thursday, and he was very interested that we were charged, because he said, I've never seen that, and I don't know why. But please send me a copy of it, and he's going to look into it and call Michigan, where Otarma, where the money flows through. So I think it's something we need to figure out, since we have, we seem to have more litigation from zoning issues going than normal. And I would just like to know. So that I will update you on once he does get back to me, hopefully by the next meeting, and we'll know what our liabilities really are. Because if you read through this whole packet, nowhere in there was there a 15% deductible mentioned, which is what we were charged from a case that just closed. So, not that they're huge sums of money and we would be bankrupt, but we should understand what implications of lawsuits do cost us, if anything. So that's a little side project I'm working on. I'll let you know.
Okay. Okay. Has it then?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, and all business, NOPEC Energized Grant, again, we're just keeping that open to keep an eye on it. New business, we took care of the insurance. Okay, and now we need to schedule a public hearing for ZC 2026-01. It's for data centers.
Well, the flow chart's included in your package there, and within 30 days. So we can do it on the 3rd or the 17th.
It's pretty straightforward.
It's a prohibition, is what it is, yeah.
So, you want to just do it on the 3rd?
I would say yes. Yeah. I think I'd be for that.
Okay.
6:30-ish. Sound
Yeah.
right to anybody?
Let's do 6:30. That works.
I will make that motion.
So, August 3rd at 6:30. All right, I'll second.
And that's for ZC 2026-01.
PJ?
Yes.
Riley?
Yes.
Michael?
Yes. Okay, yeah, we've got a request from the Scouts to use the confirm the date. Okay, so, yeah, they want to use the pavilion on 8/29. It is available. And anyway, I just want to, we'll make this a kind of a across the board for the, to waive pavilion rental fees for the Scouts and for the Auburn 4-H clubs.
I certainly think that's appropriate. We need to add that facility to when we do our organizational. The only reason it's not on there is because we didn't grand open it until spring. So it didn't, it wasn't open in January when we had our original organizational meetings. Otherwise, it would have been included in the same fashion all the other buildings are, so.
All right, so that's my motion to.
A second.
PJ?
Yes.
Riley?
Yes.
Michael?
Yes. And then, the one that is on the thing is Jog County Engineer's address recommendation of 11045 Bartholomew for parcel 01-119226. So unless anyone here would
Motion.
rather use another number, let me know.
Motion to approve.
Second.
PJ?
Yes.
Riley?
Yes.
Michael?
Yes. Okay, and I will contact Susan then, I'll email her and let her know that both of those were approved tonight.
Susan?
Yeah, she's the one who's,
The engineer's office.
Oh, okay.
yeah. Always comes from, yeah, she's hard to find because she hasn't done that many. Anyway, so I'll take care of that. All right, public comment.
Just let everybody know it's coming around that time of year. Clam bake, September 26th. Patty?
You see that eventually? It's gonna be September 26th at the fire station. Tickets are pre-sale only for $43 for a full bake, and they're $20 for extras. We will also be having hot dogs and chips for those who don't like clams. We're also looking in getting some, we'll have beverages, well, adult beverages and kid beverages there. We'll have music from Hank Be Free. So there's flyers on the counter where we signed in at, and we'll expect everybody there. And a number to get tickets at, along with an email.
Okay. My vacation is in August, so I won't miss it this year.
Good.
All right, any other comments? Okay.
With your hearing for the data centers, has this trustee board talked with Shalersville to discuss anything like what Shalersville wish they would have had in their codes and their,
They had a
In their
proposal, I have
repertoire.
not seen anything on paper, I've seen it on TV reports on it, honestly. I don't even know if they have a solid proposal yet, do they?
well, when the zoning commission had their hearing last week,
Last week.
and here,
Mhm.
I asked the same question. What did Shalersville wish they had in their zoning to
Well-
address such an issue? And they said they had not pursued it, that they
Uh,
would probably have to go through the trustees. So they threw you guys under the bus.
Interestingly enough, the county planning commission recommended denial of that, so gonna look into that. Where is that? And I'll tell you what that was based on. A couple of definitions that they thought maybe weren't definitions and supplementary regulations. We're gonna read this letter at our public hearing anyhow, so, but here it is. So I'll read it now. Planning Commission at the meeting held a couple weeks ago voted to recommend denial of the proposed amendment, this one. Modifications in staff review memorandum be submitted to zoning commission to more specifically clarify the size and type of data centers under consideration. Okay, so that's really the only specific we got from the planning commission. And then they just go into, this must be considered at the commission's public hearing, and then we certainly will consider it here. So that's where we're at.
I think they're in a moratorium, it says until basically election time 2026. But in the meantime, they did update their zoning, so I don't know if it'll be like a lawsuit type deal or what. But that's what as it stands right now, that it's halted.
Shalersville has a massive amount of water and sewer at that industrial park at the Turnpike interchange, so big difference from anything we have here. But worth looking into. It is a township, so.
The goal is to extend the moratorium. That's where they currently stand, past November. We're trying to get ahead of having the moratorium by just putting in a stop, the way it reads.
It's prohibition, yeah.
And quickly.
Okay. Any other questions?
So is that a yes, you're gonna talk to him, or no, you're not going to? Is that a yes, you're gonna talk to him, or no, you're not going to?
Shalersville? I don't know anybody personally down there. I know some Manaway people, so maybe they can hook me up. I mean, you know, it is a township, so we're playing on the same field, but if you were down there, you saw the water and sewer going in there when they were building those complex buildings down there. We have nothing like that here, so.
Whether we have something like it or not, it's still a data center that they're trying not to put in down there. We're trying not to have it put in our township.
That's right.
I would think the two townships would exchange information saying, well, I wish we would have done this, even though they're at a point to where they're at a moratorium and it's a stopping point.
Well, I think you make a good point, but I think the first contact would be with Linda Crombie at planning and why, what could we do to make this more appealing to the planning commission, and why did they recommend denial? Sounds like some definitions. We got this on Friday, so. And and the planning commission meeting was on July 14th, so that was last, what, Tuesday.
Since you made a specific statement of things they wish they had done, it's very easy for us to send them out a letter and say, okay, so we heard there's things you wouldn't have done, and we're kind of dealing with it now. Can you let us know what those were? So, not a whole lot of big interface with them, but that information would probably be valuable.
You know, the moratoriums just sounds like they're waiting to hear from the state, and what the state's gonna do. And we know how responsive they can be, or not.
Well, if the state's involved, then I wouldn't be in any hurry for anything.
Yeah, there's wonderful. There's the current gossip. Cannot be renewed.
Lorain County's got this going on. There's a push, I think, from the county to locate one of these in a place called New Russia Township, and it's huge. I don't think our county's interested in attracting this type of business on a large scale, but a couple counties to the west, they are. So, it's one of those things that pops up and you deal with, so.
No tax abatement. Let me just read this carefully. We'll be ahead of it anyways, because this is going to clear. What date did we set this for?
Third.
Third,
2 weeks.
6:30.
If no one objects, then it comes back to our meeting on the 17th, or that same meeting. We're going to vote and accept it.
We don't have to vote to accept it. We have a public hearing, which we can continue, should there need to be more information brought aboard or brought along.
And we get a motion to accept, deny, or modify.
So we can accept it that night.
We can.
You can.
We also have, 28 days to make that decision.
Upon the close of public hearing.
Yeah.
Within 28 days, we picked August 3rd, so in a couple weeks.
We're gonna open a public hearing. We don't necessarily need to close it that night.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have to close it until after the public hearing, we have an additional 28 days then to make our decision, so we can, and we don't have to close the meeting, we can extend the meeting, postpone it. So-
Continue it.
Continue it.
Yes.
We have another number of options, so, we don't have to just, drop dead here, we have to make a decision on that day.
But we have to follow that flow chart that
It has all
we've
time
always
frames in it.
used. And I told Christine how important that is to include that in every amendment, because them's the rules, so.
Yeah, the time frames are very specific.
Mhm.
Any other comments? All right, save the date, 7/21, BZA public hearing here at the Administration Building at 7 o'clock. 8/3 Board of Trustees, regular meeting at 7 o'clock. And then also now we'll have a new one on there, the 8/3 will be dealing with all the stuff we just discussed. And the 8/11 BZA meeting, Administration Building, 8/13 Zoning Commission meeting, 7 PM. 8/17/26 Board of Trustees, regular meeting at 7. And possibly then we'll have that bid opening that night, if everything goes well, it gets back from the prosecutor. 8/19/26, the Red Cross Blood Drive at Adam Hall from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. 9/7 Labor Day, the office will be closed. The 9/8, we'll have the Board of Trustees regular meeting at 7 o'clock on a Tuesday, after Labor Day.
Yeah, do we gotta do a motion for that? Do we? I don't know. Do we?
Couldn't hurt.
All right, then I'll make a motion to move the first meeting in September
To
Tuesday.
the 8th.
yeah,
Second?
PJ,
yes.
Riley,
Yes.
Michael.
Yes. And then 9/26 is the Fire Department Clam Bake.
Are you having any picnic, annual picnic in September?
Right now, no.
Are you volunteering?
Nope.
Well, I guess not.
Well, we've just, the last picnic, it's a lot of effort to put this on, and we didn't have a very good turnout at all. And that seems to be a lot of expense, a lot of effort to go into it, and really, there wasn't as many people there as we nearly would have expected, so if people don't want to come, then we don't have to have one. Easier for us.
Question.
I'd like to do an Easter egg hunt, though. People do seem to like those for the kids. A lot of turnout. I went to Newberry's, and it was great.
We got the territory, and the logistics of that's probably a little easier to set up than a whole carnival, so.
Laundry baskets of eggs. Dump them out. The kids run and love it. So I'll take that project on this coming April.
Okay, I'll see if I can find one of those bunny suits from Christmas Story for you to wear.
For you.
I'll make them my size. All right.
I did want to motion to, under section 121.22G1, consider appointment, employment, but for the purpose of dismissal or discipline, go into executive session real quick after this meeting about an issue. If I can get a second.
I kind of like these in advance, but
Yeah.
okay.
Well, sometimes you don't have a lot of advance time like this one, so.
All right.
PJ,
Yes.
Riley,
Yes.
Michael.
Yes.
Who seconded?
Michael.
Okay.
Will there be action afterwards?
Nope.
No action.
Okay, this is the part where everybody gets up and leaves so we can go into executive session.
Is that a hint?
Yeah, just,
Right here,
It's like,
grab
everybody's sitting there like, ooh, cool, executive session, what do I do?
When we get to the parking lot.
there.
Is it okay if I stay? I'll shut the door.
I won't be until tomorrow afternoon.
Before you
Send out
have trouble getting out of here.
pay stubs.